Dear students, welcome to all for today's social class. In previous class, we learned ancient cities, Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, and the first urbanization and significance of towns and town life and the decline of towns or cities we learned in previous class. In today's class, we will see the Vedic age. Listen. Aryans compiled the Vedas. Listen. The Aryans compiled the Vedas. Who compiles? The Aryas. Aryans belonged to the early Indo-European tribe of southern Russia, Ural mountain slopes. Many of the groups of this tribe through Central Asia came to Iran plateau and from there migrated to Punjab area like Afghanistan. According to well-known historian B.K. Ghosh in History and Culture of the Indian People published by Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. The culture built by these people is understood based on the Vedas and is called as Vedic culture. Got it? Listen, Vedic culture means culture built by these people is understood based on the Vedas. It is called as Vedic culture. The Vedic period is identified as a period between 1500 BCE and 700 BCE. Got it? This is divided into two periods. The Vedic age can be divided into two periods. First part is the Rig Veda period or the beginning Vedic period. This period is between 1500 BCE to 1000 BCE. The second part is the post-Rig Veda period or post-Vedic period. This period is between 1000 BCE and 700 BCE. BCE stands for before Christ. But the Vedas were not compiled in written from during this period. Vedas were in the oral form at the beginning and later emerged into written form with a lot of changes. Got it? Let's see now. There are four Vedas: Rig Veda, Sama Veda, Yajur Veda, and Atharva Veda are the four Vedas. Vedas are mainly a compilation of nature worship, yaga and processes of yagas and black magic. These are also called Samhite. Every Samhita has a text called Brahmana that explains the various ways of performing rituals. Every Brahmana has an Aranyaka and an Upanishad. Aranyakas have necessary supernecessary instructions to hermits who were living in the forest. Upanishads are the reflective discourses on philosophy. Upanishads are the evidence of intellectual maturity of Indians during Veda period. Listen, dear students, you know already there are four Vedas like Rig Veda, Sama Veda, Yajur Veda and Atharva Veda. These are the four Vedas. Got it? Got it, dear students? Yes. Vedas are mainly compilation of nature worship, yagna and process of yagas and black magic. These are also called as Samhite. Got it? Every Samhita has a text called Brahmana that explains the various ways of performing rituals. Got it? Every Brahmana has an Aranyaka. Every Brahmana has Aranyaka and an Upanishad. Got it? Aranyaka have necessary supranecessary instructions to hermits who were living in the forest. Hermits means who are living in the forest. Upanishads are the reflective discourses on philosophy. Upanishads are the evidence of intellectual maturity of Indians during Veda period. Got it? Let's see now Rig Veda period. Rig Veda is the first among all the Vedas. You know already there are 4 kind of Vedas. Among 4, which is the first? The Rig Veda is the first Veda. Got it? The language used, the geographical and social situation depicted in it justifies this. Rig Veda has 1028 suktas or prayer songs. Listen, the Rig Veda has 1028 suktas or prayer songs. They are grouped under 10 mandalas. Got it? The 1028 suktas or prayer songs are grouped under 10 mandalas. All these suktas were not compiled in a single time. Historian opine that there was a gap of 500 years between the ancient text and the last text of Rig Veda. Got it? There has how many years gap between initial text and last text of Rig Veda? There are 500 years gap between initial text and last text of Rig Veda. Got it? Text means book. Okay. The language used in Rig Veda belongs to Indo-European family of languages. The geography discussed in Rig Veda extends from Afghanistan's Hindu Kush mountains to Doab of Ganga and Yamuna rivers. Doab is an area between rivers, the western part of present Uttar Pradesh state. Listen. And from Kashmir to south in the northern boundaries. Got it? Listen. Doab is a place name. The Doab place belongs between 2 rivers. What are the 2 rivers? River Ganga and River Yamuna. Got it? Between the 2 rivers, Doab is there. Got it? Let's see now social system. At the time of their entry into India, there were 3 communities among Aryans, like aristocracy, priestly class, and common people. Caste consciousness had not yet emerged. Got it? In Rig Veda period, there was no caste consciousness among the people. Got it? We get the picture of an emerging social system in the Purusha Sukta that appears in the 10th mandala of Rig Veda, probably during 1000 BC. According to this, the gods created Adipurusha, whose mouth became Brahmana, shoulders became Kshatriya, thighs became Vaishya, and Shudras were born from his feet. Got it? Thus, an effort was made to provide divine and mythical background to the birth of caste. There is no mention of the word Varna here. Got it? In the later Vedas, the word Varna appears. The first 3 Varna performed the roles in rituals, administration, and business, and had the right for property. Got it? The 4th Varna, Shudra, comes during the last stage of Rig Veda. Got it? First Brahmana, Kshatriya, and Vaishyas, and 4th Varna is Shudras. Got it? The fourth Varna is Shudras, come during the last stage of Rig Veda. Got it? The local tribal groups Dasyus, Pani and Dasa from this Shudra Varna. Got it? Aryan, after defeating the local tribes Dasa and Dasyu, made them work as their slaves. Got it? The wealth that was accumulated after winning the battles means wars, and their unequal sharing resulted in the growth of social discrimination. Good, dear students. Why the social discrimination was emerged in Vedic period? Because the wealth that was accumulated after winning the battles or war, their unequal sharing. Due to this, discrimination was emerged in Vedic period. Discrimination means what's in Kannada? Bheda Bhava, right? This is called discrimination. Okay, doing discrimination based on skin color, gender, religion or region is called as discrimination. The first three Varnas had the right over expanding agricultural lands. The Shudras were forced to work for the first three Varnas. Got it? The first three Varnas, what are that? Brahmana, Kshatriya and Vaishyas. They are forced to the work, Shudras. They giving torch to the Shudras to work hard. Got it? It was told as their duty. The patriarchal family was the main social unit. Let's see now economic system. Rigvedic people were basically into animal husbandry. According to the Rigvedic compiles, wealth meant cows, horses, camels and sheep. Still cultivated land considered as part of wealth. There are details of the emergence of agriculture as a profession. Got it? Agriculture is a profession. Anyone could have obtained land and could have owned it. Importance of cattle increased as they were used for chilling, to lift water and to move carts, and expansion of agriculture. They were also useful for their milk and meat. On the whole, the need to own cattle, herds grew more. With this, village common meadows, grasslands for grazing came into existence. Listen, dear students. In Rigvedic period, the people were basically into animal husbandry. Got it? Rigvedic people basically doing animal husbandry, means animal rearing. Got it? What kind of animals they rearing? Like cows, horses, camels, sheep. For agriculture purposes and food purposes, they rearing those animals. Got it? Is two paras is not required. This come for political system paragraph. A reference to grama, grama means village, appears in Rigveda. Tribes were living in gramas, means villages. Rajan or Raja was the head of the tribes. The means of Rajas were related to their specific tribes. Some tribes may have had more than one Raja. The position of Raja was hereditary. Rukshi of Puru Khan and Sudas of Bharata Khan are the examples for this. Listen, dear students. The tribes in Rigveda period, the tribes were living in gramas. Gramas means village. Got it? Each and every tribe has king. Got it? Rajan or Raja was the head of the tribes. Who was the head of the tribes? Raja means king or Rajan. Got it? The names of Rajan were related to their specific tribes. Got it? Tribes means here groups, communities. Okay. Some tribes may have had more than one Raja, king. Few tribes had more than one Raja, means one king. More than one king. Got it? Yes. In the political activities, the invention and the supersession of non-Aryan tribes like Dasyu and Pani by the Aryan, one of the major parts Rigveda considers Dasyu and Pani as inhumans. Aliens and Killable, there are references to this conflict between Aryans and non-Aryan in Rigveda. Got it? Come for next point, religious system. Yagna was the epicenter of religious practices. During the yagna, animal sacrifices were done to appease gods. Yagnas were organized primarily for two reasons: to get good rain and harvest, and to seek the help of gods to defeat their enemies like Dasyus. Listen, dear students, the Rigvedic religious system, listen. Yagna was the epicenter of religious practices. They was doing yagnas. Got it? During the yagna, animal sacrifices were done to appease God. At the time of yagnas, the ancient peoples, means Rigvedic peoples, are doing or they sacrifice animals. For what purposes they sacrifice the animals? To appease the God. And they had two reasons. They have mind two reasons to sacrifice the animals. Let's see now. First reason is to get good rain and harvest. And second reason is to seek the help of gods to defeat their enemies like Dasyus. These are the mind two reasons of Rigvedic people to sacrifice the animals at the time of yagnas. Got it? The priest who conducted the yagna was called as Hotar. This is very, very important, dear students. Hotar means who? Hotar means those who are conducting the yagna. Such person is called as Hotar. Got it? During yagna, the reciting of slokas and consumption of soma means a drink, means prasada, got it, was done. There was no idol worship in Aryan's religion. They were also not using any animal, human or other symbols. Got it? In Rigvedic period, there was no any idol worship. Idol worship means statues worship. Statue puja, there was no. Got it? More prominence was given to fire. Fire means Agni in Rigveda period. Got it? In Rigveda period, the peoples were gave more prominence or more importance to Agni, means fire, because there are around 200 slokas on fire. Got it? Why the Vedic peoples give more prominence to the fire? Because they ask more than around 200 slokas. So the Vedic peoples giving more prominence to Agni or fire. Got it? Around 250 slokas dedicated to Lord Indra expose that Indra brings rise, defeats the enemies of Aryans. The Dasyus and Dasas eats buffaloes and gets drunk with Soma Rasa. Got it? Vishnu had not gained prominence, and at a later stage, Rudra appears as Shiva in Rigveda. There are no references to beliefs in incarnations. Mahayagas were performed by the rulers and heads of various tribes and were led by priests. Mahayagas were conducted by the rulers and head of various tribes. They were led by the priest. The Mahayagas were led by priests. Got it? When the hold of priestly class was insignificant during the early Rigveda period, reference to minor god of cultivation, Kshatriya's Pati, god of flood, Devi Sita, and minor house deity Vasutosh Pati are found. There are many such references to the religion of common people in the last part of Rigveda. There are shlokas on marriage and deaths. Got it? The people of Rigvedic time did not know the art of writing. Listen, dear students. The language was based on phonetics only spoken. There are similarities in the characters and names that are found in Rigveda and Indo-Iranian religious texts Avesta. Listen, in Rigvedic period there was no art of writing. In Rigvedic period people not have any art of writing. Art means skill, A-R-T. Art means skills. They was not have any art of writing skill, and there was no languages. The languages was based on phonetics only spoken. They spoke on the languages on the basis of phonetics. Got it? This isn't today's topic. In next class we will see post Rigveda period. In today's class, if you have any doubts or clarification, I will clarify your doubts. Now today's homework is you need to make any 5 own questions and send it in group. In case if you have any doubts in today's topic, we can call and ask. You will have clarify your doubts. Okay. Thank you, dear students. Have a nice day. Thank you, one and all.